Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today for Midweek Magic, we have Historic Pauper. Pauper is... you build a deck that is only commons. Historic, of course, is the format on Arena that used to be everything on Arena, but now we have Timeless for that. And it used to be kind of just the paper cards, but we have Pioneer for that. So Historic is kind of in a weird spot. It is fun as a format. But yeah, what we're doing today is we're playing Historic Pauper for Midweek Magic. I have built us a Blink deck in Azorius colors. So let's take a look at that deck. What we've got is a pretty simple collection of cards here. We're mostly about our value creatures. We're running Spirited Companion, a 4 of, and Inspiring Overseer, both of which will draw us a card when they come in. Inspiring Overseer also gains us life, so that can be relevant to us. Mana War, of course, comes in and bounces something, which is almost always one of our opponent's creatures, to not just give us some tempo, but give us the ability to attack. That's pretty good. We're running Muldrifter, love Muldrifter, and it's a 4 of, so that we can always get ourselves extra cards, even when we evoke it for 3 mana. And we've also got 3 Soul of Migrations, because even though it's a 7 mana creature, we can evoke it for 4. It comes in, it's a 2/4 flyer, but having evoked it, it dies, but it leaves behind 2 birds. We're also running a 1 of Cathar Commando, just because sometimes we run into artifacts and enchantments that we need to get rid of, and this is a fine way to get rid of them. Because we're a Blink deck, we are running 4 Cloud Shifts and 4 Momentary Blinks, both of which blink things. If you're not familiar with the term, blinking or flickering just means exiling a creature and then returning to the battlefield under its owner's control. Cloud Shift costs 1 to do that. Momentary Blink costs 2, but we can flash it back for 3 and a blue. I'm also running a few Flicker of Fates because they can hit enchantments and creatures that we don't control. And I've got 3 Fierce Retributions as a way to do a 2 mana destroy an attacking creature, or 6 mana just destroy any creature. What's nice about these flicker effects is that you can use them with our evoke creatures while the evoke creature is, once it enters, and the evoke triggers on the stack. So let's say we evoke Muldrifter for 2 and a blue. It enters and puts 2 triggers on the stack, one of which is that we want to draw 2 cards, and the other is the evoke trigger, which will sacrifice it, as it resolves. What we do with those triggers on the stack is we cloud shift it, let's say. Muldrifter will exit the battlefield and then enter it. It'll go to exile and then it'll come back, and it will put the same draw trigger on the stack, but because it entered without being evoked, it doesn't put an evoke trigger on. So that original evoke trigger, once it resolves, won't be able to find the Muldrifter, because the Muldrifter is now a new game object, having been flickered in the process. So essentially, we've spent, with Cloud Shift, 1 and 3, just 4 mana, to get a 2/2 flyer and draw 4 cards. Pretty sweet. Even better with Soul of Migration, because we can spend 5 mana to get a 2/4 flyer and 4 birds. So those birds can really do a lot of work for us. It's especially nice as well if we use our flicker effects to block with. Like maybe we block with a Mana War, and they're attacking us with 2 creatures. We flicker the Mana War. The creature that we blocked is still blocked and does no damage, assuming it did not have trample, and we'll target the other creature with Mana War before combat damage, bouncing it to our opponent's hand, and now we take no damage whatsoever. Pretty great to do any of these little shenanigans. We're also running 4 copies of Late to Dinner. Late to Dinner is 4 mana for a sorcery speed reanimate. It just brings a creature back from our graveyard to the battlefield, and it makes us a food token, which sometimes is relevant. Sometimes we want the life gain from the food. But a lot of the times, we can just let our things die if we really need to, and bring them back. And when we bring them back, if it's a Muldrifter or a Soul of Migration, it's going to come in, and its interest trigger will give us 2 cards or 2 birds. Mana Wars are going to bounce our opponent's things. Spirited Companions and Inspiring Overseers will give us life. Will give us cards and maybe life. And, of course, Cathar Commando just comes back and is a nice 3/1. That's okay with me. We're running 22 lands, a little bit light on lands this week, but it's totally fine for this kind of deck. I have 4 Lonely Arroyos and 3 Tranquil Coves, just because the life gain is good for us, but the little bit of damage we can eke out is a little bit better, and these are good ways for us to be able to fix our mana. I'm running 1 copy of Skybridge Towers, and in all my testing, I only ever cracked it once, but just a tap land is not terrible. So that's what we're doing for our deck. Let's see how it goes on Arena. Into our games. Oh, and we're right into game 1. Okay, we are playing against Whiskey Blizzard 2. Hello, Whiskey Blizzard 2. This is an okay hand. We don't have a play until turn 3, but it's fine. We'll start with a Tranquil Cove and gain a life and pass the turn. They've got an Elvish Mystic, so we're already in danger. We will take a life away from them, however, with our Lonely Arroyo and pass. Okay. So we've got elves going on. Llanowar Visionary draws them a card. Seems good. Let us slow them down just a touch. We will put the Elvish Mystic back in their hand. Hate to do, or I would not like to do that with the Llanowar Visionary, because then they could just draw another card off of it. Yep, here we go. Lissalana Huntmaster. When they cast elves, they get warriors. Seems pretty bad for us. So, that being the case, let's go ahead and try and play a little bit to tempo, and we'll Cloud Shift here and bounce their Huntmaster. Yep, seems good. Yep, slows down just a touch. They don't have anything else to do, so we're going to do it again. And that way we can get in with our Mana War. Ooh, and they have to go to cleanup. Right on. Okay, well, we'll just attack. And we will pay full retail for the Muldrifter. Get a little bit more in the way of cards. Okay, this is fine. I hate to use our Flickers of Fate if we could be Cloud Shifting or Momentary Blinking, but it's not terrible. Okay, they've got another Elvish Mystic. And I think they... Oh, that's all they want to do. All right. Oh, they got a Llanowar Elves too. Great. Okay. Well, we've got some Momentary Blink we can do. Let's go ahead and attack in the air. I know that they can really go hog wild here, but let's get us another card in our hand with the Spirited Companion, and it's also a nice little blocker. Okay, we can cast Momentary Blink at least, and we probably will. Alright. Had to let that resolve. They get their Bright Blade, or Blight Blade, I suppose. Alright, let's see if they want to attack. Doesn't look like. So we will put their Huntmaster back in their hand again. Ooh, they rammed through on our Mana War. Well, that's too bad for them. That Mana War is late to dinner. We will go ahead and attack with our Muldrifter. Yep, they replay the Huntmaster. Play the Blight Blade. Sure. What is this? 4 mana? They don't have 4 mana right now. So they can't replay it. Another Elvish Mystic. Another Warrior token. Sounds fine. Oh, they don't want to attack? Well, then we don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and put their Huntmaster back in their hand. They're getting a lot of tokens. Are they going to ram through again? Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, Snakeskin Veil is pretty good for them. We will attack in the air and just leave it up. See what they want to do here. Still attack with all of their things. Yeah, that's okay with me. Let's block a Llanowar Visionary, and we will momentary blink our Manowar to put their Huntmaster back in their hand. Take some damage. It's okay. They can replay the Huntmaster if they want. Oh, they got a Dreadmaw. Very cool. All right. I think I'm going to eat this food just so we can regain a little life. We will attack in the air, play ourselves an Arroyo, and pass. So they can attack with the Dreadmaw. They've got their Huntmaster again, sure. Another Huntmaster, very funny. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of the original. Nah, we'll get rid of the Dreadmaw, since the original has already triggered, and it can't attack this turn anyway. Let's do this. We're going to flicker the Muldrifter. Do a little blocking in a more serious way. Get some more land, that's good. Block here. What do we take? 5? That's fine. We can play an island. We'll play another Manowar. Go ahead and attack with our Muldrifter. Feel like all of our damage is with this Muldrifter. It may well be true. I may have missed some early on, but I think most of it is with just this Muldrifter. We get the Huntmaster back, sure. They can definitely cast another elf spell. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to block here. We're going to block here. And I don't mind. I think we can leave the companion. We can keep it for later. We will flashback momentary blink on oh, how do we want to do this? Probably should have blocked in a different way. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll flashback this momentary blink on this Manowar, blink their other Huntmaster. They are now completely shields down. They've tapped all their mana producers, and we win. Good game, Whiskey Blizzard. So, little bit slow to do, but it rewards your sequencing a lot, this kind of play. So our first prize is Illicit Masquerade from Karlov Manor. What a cool art. Alright. Let's keep it going. Okay, going into game 2 versus Sheena, perhaps. Alright. This is not ideal. I would prefer to have a little bit more action, in the sense of being able to play it, but maybe our Spirited Companion will draw us into something good. Alright, we've got a Cloudfin Raptor. Ooh, Evolve. Okay. Alright, we're fine on mana. Okay. Is it Mono Blue Flyers? So far. Fairy Miscreant. Yeah, they can get some card draw off of that. They've got something else in hand that they have not played. Another 1-drop of some sort. Let's see what they want to do. Very good dog. I like how the art has put the dog's dagger at its hip. Like it's a good place for it to draw it. It's just fun to me. Alright, let's see if they have some kind of common 1-mana counterspell for Spirited Companion. Or is it just unsummon? Okay, just an unsummon is fine. We do have to discard, which is okay with me. I think we'll discard a Spirited Companion. Yeah. Because next turn we can play the Island and the Inspiring Overseer, and then we have a flying blocker. We're opting. Great Mystical Archive art. The background is really wonderful. Are we looking for a third island? Good question. Now, what we could do is play Mana War, bouncing their Cloudfin Raptor. I have a suspicion, however. You know what? I'm going to play to my suspicion. I'm going to play this Tranquil Cove and just pass the turn. Next turn, we can play Inspiring Overseer and hold up Cloud Shift, so that if they decide to bounce the Overseer, we can flicker it. Alright, we're opting again. Sounds good. Do they have some kind of Wind Drake where they can evolve the Cloudfin Raptor into a 2/3? They do. Falcon Abomination, when it enters, they make a zombie. Got it. Well, don't really love the zombie, but it's alright. We can just take the 3, I think. That's fine. They can't protect, or they can't deal with our Mana War right now if we were to Mana War it. So, but I think we're going to Inspiring Overseer just to have a good blocker. And also, you know, gain life, draw a card. Seems good. I think I'm going to take out the Falcon Abomination. And if they want to try and interact somehow, then I can also interact. Essence Flux is a nice flicker effect, sure. We will go ahead and take the 5. They lose their first zombie. We'll go ahead and Cloud Shift the Overseer. This way they may have some kind of answer. Oh, they don't. Good. So this gains us another life and puts another card in our hand, which maybe will be land. That would be alright with me. It is. Good. We'll most likely play this. Ooh, they're holding priority in our upkeep. Alright. Don't know what's going on here. Let's Mana War. We have 3 of them in our hand. Might as well use it. Do they have a... Nope. Doesn't look like a counterspell yet. We are going to put the Cloudfin Raptor back in their hand. Another opt. Sounds good. Is that their 3rd opt? That's their 4th opt. Okay. Drawing only the things we want to draw, presumably. We will go ahead and put the Cloudfin Raptor away. They want to bounce that? No, I don't think they can. We won't attack with it, but we will get the value out of it re-entering. Alright. And we've got 2 Muldrifters in hand, which looks really nice with that Flicker of Fate. We'll see what they decide to do here. I assume Cloudfin Raptor and maybe another Falcon Abomination. Oh, Aven Eternal. Ooh, Aven Eternal. Yeah, good call. All these tokens. I will block their Abomination. And just take 2? Yeah, I'll just take the 2. That's fine. I think it's less likely that they have reanimate spells, so that Abomination is gone. We don't have to worry about these zombies anymore. We could Mana War. But I think we're going to go into full control. Let's evoke the Muldrifter. Get our draw. We may have to discard something if this is the case, but if we do, that's fine. Alright. We use the Flicker of Fate now. Okay, that's fine with me. I was hoping to get something even better to throw away so that we can late to dinner it back, but we can throw away another Mole Drifter. Pass to clean up, throw away the Mole Drifter. We've got one of our late for dinners in hand. We're doing fine. Haven't been able to sink any damage yet, but we will. Not worried about it. Because they've got Essence Fluxes. There you go. They're down 2 Essence Fluxes now. Experimental Augury. Oh, they can proliferate. That's a good call. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Seems good. Yeah, that's reasonable. We're gonna block like this. Cloud Shift our Mana War to put the Cloudfin Raptor back in their hand. They can replay it this turn, but that's fine. And we take no damage, of course. Alright, let's late to dinner our Mole Drifter. Get ourselves a couple more cards, maybe a land. Yes, there is. We've got 3 mana, and we sure could Flicker of Fate, or another Mana War, perhaps. I think we go ahead and just attack here. Yeah. See if they're willing to trade the Aven Eternal. I would like it if they would. Okay, they don't want to. We can Mana War away their thing on the ground. I think that's fine to do. It gets us another body out that we can use later in the game. Okay, we've got another Aven Eternal. It would have been a 4/4 on the ground. That's alright with me. At least it's just a 1/1 right now. Unless they have another Aven Eternal, in which case it's not going to be a 1/1 until their next turn. But we can block in the air. We can trade in the air with that Mole Drifter. I'm not worried about that because we can late to dinner it back if we really want it. Yep. Easy trade. We also have Fierce Retributions in our hand, so we're doing okay. I think we swing out. We've got 6 mana, so we've got 2 blinks if we need them. And if we don't want to blink, we can just late to dinner to get back whatever we want, which we will. It'll be a Mole Drifter. Still got good blocking in the air. Let's Lonely Arroyo to do a little bit of damage to him, and then we'll pass the turn. And they've had enough. Sheena, good game. So the thing about this deck is, the value is so incremental, and if you play it kind of aggressively with your blinks, not so much with your creatures, then you can really get a lot of value out of it. Oh, eject, Reluctant Guardian from Final Fantasy, cool. All right, next game. And this might be our last game. I don't know how much fun it is to watch these kind of blink deck plays. All right, into game 3 against Argentino. Ooh, Argentino's a cool name. But yeah, I don't know if it's fun to watch these sort of blink deck plays, but I know that some people have never seen them. Some people have never played this kind of deck before. And I just enjoy it, so we'll see how it goes. All right, no turn 1 play from the opponent this turn. All right, we're just going to pretend we're mono white for right now. Okay, no turn 2 play. Interesting. All right, well, we'll pull out our Overseer. It does slow us down a little bit to have a tap land in hand, but we're going to be okay. I'm excited about this Soul of Migration. We haven't gotten to play that yet today. Ambush Wolf. Ooh, Ambush Wolf. Wow. Didn't expect that. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and attack with our Overseer. Let's add 1 damage to that with the Arroyo. And then I think we Play another Overseer. Just keep playing to the board. Get ourselves a little bit of life. Okay, we got a late to dinner. Great. So if we're willing to trade, and I am, we could always late to dinner the Overseer back. I don't know if that's necessarily better. Ooh, we've got Reachers. All right, cool. Are we playing 4-2 Typal? That seems like a fun theme. All right, we're going to play this Arroyo. We're going to attack with the Overseer, see if they block. They do not. Cool. All right. We will... Let's go into full control. Let's hold full control. And let's do the Muldrifter trick with our Cloud Shift. All right. Draw 4 cards. We can put 1 in the graveyard. It could even be Momentary Blink if we want it to be. I think it's going to be Soul of Migration, however. Because that way we can bring it back with Late to Dinner next turn. That seems good. We'll play our basic planes. And then let's go to combat. See if they want to trade here. Nope. All right, Late to Dinner to get back our Soul of Migration. We'll pass the turn and just hold up Momentary Blink in case we want to blink the Soul or blink the Muldrift or even the Inspiring Overseer if we want to just block. Okay, Trample is going to be annoying, but we can deal with it. That's only while the Grizzly attacks while saddled. The attack with the Grasping Longneck, perhaps? Or not at all. Okay. If that's the case, we're going to play our Blink on the Soul of Migration to get 2 more birds. Now, what do we have? 10 damage in the air? I think that's game. Oh no, they've got a blocker, which is okay with me. Oh, they just scoop though. Unfortunate. I mean, because we could have, after attacking, cleaved the Fierce Retribution to stop their Reacher, to just go ahead and kill it and give them Exacxes. But yeah, I think it was just done for them. Good game, Argentina. That was fun. We're going to do this a couple more times, I think. I want to make sure that people who are interested in this kind of deck and have never seen this sort of Blink tempo sort of deck play out, that you get a chance to see all the different variations of it. Ooh, what a cool art. Awesome. All right. Let's keep it going. All right. Going into game 4. Against Edo 1981. A fine year. Love, Ren. Okay, this is a slow hand. We're going to mulligan this. This is better. We can do this. Let's go ahead and take... I think we're going to put Flicker of Fate to the bottom. Just because Momentary Blink, we can flash it back assuming we draw a land, and we've got 2 cards that can draw us cards. Okay, got another Momentary Blink, and we've got our Spirited Companion. So they played a Thornwood Falls, and we played a Lonely Arroyo, so they're back at 20. Alright, Leafkin Druid, seems good. We can't do anything about that. I would play the Arroyo, but we're going to play this Overseer so we can get value and get it in the air. Alright, Mana War, excellent. Alright, more life gain. Ooh, we're in Sultai colors. Alright. Let's see. Oh, we're mutating. Oh, mutating is going to be really interesting with the Mana War. Alright. Well, they had to tap it in order to pay for the mana to mutate it. So, that's alright with me. Let's play the Arroyo. Let's attack. And let's play the Mana War. They still got to land out of the deal, but now they have to deal with this again. And there we've got 8 cards in hand. All right, down to 7. So if they just keep this going, oh, Mysterious Egg. All right, this is the fun Ikoria deck. That's good times. M20 was right around that time. Cavern Whisperer. Okay, cool. Yeah, we will discard Momentary Blink, get it into get to be able to flash it back. We will go ahead and flash it back since they know we have it. Bounce their Cavern Whisperer. I think this maybe, I don't want to speak too soon, but it might be a good matchup for us. Simply because if they're mutating, they're putting multiple cards onto the battlefield, sort of stacking them on top of each other, which means they only have one threat, when we can go a little wider than them. All right, Cavern Whisperer again, sure. If I had a Mana War in hand, I would discard it and late to dinner it next turn, but we've got another Momentary Blink, so we can just do the same thing we did last time. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a chance with it. Maybe... okay. Well, we can at least attack in the air. And we'll see if they want to keep stacking things on one creature. Because if they do, I'm happy to take a whole bunch of damage and then just blink it all. Going a little wider than them. We'll see how this goes. Oh, they don't go for it. All right. Well, we're gonna go for it. Playing a second Mana War to just keep going wide since they're just going so very tall. And this is 8 damage if we swing in and they don't do anything about it. They have something with Flash. Oh, they've got a removal spell. That's fine. Blood Curdle is classic 4-mana black removal for, for limited. Guess we could have late to dinnered that Inspiring Overseer post-combat. I think it's fine. Just seeing that they just want to stack things up. Yeah. We'll go ahead and attack with everything. See if they have an issue with that. Block one of our 2/2s, sure. We get in for 4 because they're going to remove this Mana War. Unfortunately, we're going to blink the Mana War. So Blood Curdle will fizzle. They won't be able to put their Menace counter on the Leafkin Druid, and we're going to bounce it anyway. Tranquil Cove and pass the turn. All right. You've got 6 mana, opponent. Can you stop us? Essence Symbiote for 2. They can gain life off of this, that's true. Cavern Whisperer, make us discard late to dinner. That's fair. Huh, Cathar Commando is maybe the worst thing we could have drawn. Yeah, they're just going to keep mutating, so we're going to attack. Oh! Well, I mean, I guess, did we have lethal? I guess we did. They block one of the 2/2s. We do 6 damage to them. Yeah, that's it. Good game, Edo 1981. All right, well, we are 4-0 so far. I'm waiting for us to lose one. Maybe we will this time. All right, heading into game 5. We are up against the Rogue. Hello, the Rogue. This hand is a little risky for me. I think even if we draw a land, we've got an Inspiring Overseer to try and get us to basically anything else. Or we could just Muldrifter. I think we'll mulligan. This is better. Let's get rid of our island. And we can at least Inspiring Overseer on turn 3. We're on the draw. We're going to start with an Arroyo. Ooh, they are burn? Well, we can burn too. Only a little. Just as a treat. We may not be able to survive this. They've definitely gone hard with the Jumpstart Mountains. Yep. Yeah. Mono red aggro. Smart place to be in this format. Yeah, especially since all we can do is just ping them as well. What are we going to be down to? Like 9, maybe 8 at the end of this? And then all we get to do is play a 2-1 and probably lose after that. Yeah, another Reckless Lackey. Seems good. Okay. Are we at 9? Is that right? No, we're at 10. It's okay. We will go to 11 when we play this Inspiring Overseer. Oh, Chain Lightning. Never mind. We are basically done. Yeah. Planes. If we play the Man of War, bounce the Restless Lackey, we can block, take 4, perhaps? Perhaps? Let's try it. We'll Man of War, and we'll send back the Restless Lackey. Restless Lackey? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. The Tomb Raider, yeah, they all cost 1, so... Bushwhacker. Wow. Well, that's it for us. Good game. We're down to 1. There's no way we get out of this. Inspiring Overseer. Gain a life, draw a card. It's not even a land. No big deal. Bushwhacker in this. Wow. Okay. Well, no blocks. Good game, the Rogue. Alright, we got a loss. Very nice. That was a good game, though. It's always nice to see mono red aggro show up in a Pauper format like this. I mean, it's nice to see mono red aggro in anything. Maybe not always that much fun to play against it, but I didn't mind that one. Let's go for one more game. This is game 6 that we're going into. Against Leon. I will not keep this. If it were 2 planes, maybe. This is not that much better. But you know, we're going to keep it. And we'll just put our Flicker of Fate. We'll put our Late to Dinner on the bottom. Hope to get something good out of this. Serrated Scorpion. Alright. We've got our 3 lands. That's all I really want us to have. I want more than that, of course, but... Serrated Scorpion. We don't really want to kill you, little Scorpion. We just want to bounce you. The fact that it's from Ikoria makes me worry about more mutate shenanigans. Nope. It's gain and drain, alright. Well, we're at 19. We're about to go to 16. Yeah. Oh, Jungle Hollow. Never mind. We get a 14. And having Menace on those Blood Researchers is rough. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Muldrifter thing. Cloud shift it. Draw 4. See if we find something that helps us. A Mana War will be really nice. Yeah, 2 Mana Wars, even better. Great. Let's put one of them in the graveyard. So we can Late to Dinner and also Cloud shift it if we want to. And I do want to. Don't really want to kill the Scorpion. Because then we're just going to get drained a lot. The Pledge Mage is really good. So if we take 6, we're also going to lose 2 and those will become 4/4s. That's how it is. Can't let it just keep killing us. But at least we keep our Muldrifter. Those become large. We play our Late to Dinner. Mana War away. This Pledge Mage. And then pass the turn. This way we can double block a Blood Researcher, and after blocks, Cloud shift the Mana War. Although, no, that's what we want to do. Because then we lose the Muldrifter, but we can Late to Dinner it. Yeah, that's fine. Cloud Shift the Mana War. Get rid of the other Blood Researcher. If they will let us. They can replay it. That's fine. We can play another Mana War. And we have a blink effect that we can use if we need to. Which we will probably need to. Let's sort these a little bit. Okay. We can block the Blood Researcher. Let it kill one of our Mana Wars. What are we doing with the Blood Researcher? It's a vampire, so they could mutate onto it. I'm so thinking about that mutate deck. That's funny. And if they don't attack, we'll just eat our food. They do attack, great. We will block. Infuse with Vitality. No. No, I don't think so. They will gain the life either way. And then just eat our Mana War? I don't think that that's what I want. I think we get rid of it. Yep, no valid target, so they don't gain the life, I guess. Alright, seems good. We've got a Muldrifter in our graveyard, and I kind of want to bring it back. And then we can Flicker of Fate on a Mana War if we need to. You know what? Let's go ahead and attack first. Late to dinner our Muldrifter. Get some cards. They don't want it. Good game, Lan. Yeah. Just being able to get so much more value out of our cards than, our opponent generally does. It's pretty fun. Okay. Got an ICR. Ooh, the moose. Love the moose. I believe that was game 6. So let's go now into game 7. And this will probably be our last one. Game 7 with Cytech. Hello, Cytech. Ooh, it's cool. All right. This is not good. Only 2 lands, plenty of blink effects, but nothing that's drawing us cards, and no promise of a 3rd land. We are on the draw. We have a Mana War in hand. Mana War's pretty fun. You know what? This may be our last game. Let's risk it. And we get to see our Skybridge Towers come into play. Maybe we will be against Mono Red Aggro again. There it is. All right, well, here's a tap land and nothing going on. What do you got for us, Mono Red Aggro? Nothing so far. Okay, there's the Lackey. And another Lackey. Nope, another Lava Runner. All right. So instants and sorceries in the graveyard is what makes it a 2/2 haste. Seems good. All right, well, we just hang out. We can use Flicker of Fate on their permanents, so we can stop them from doing damage to us if they can get 2 instants and sorceries in the graveyard this turn. But if not, I'm happy to just go to 15. Assuming no more of any other shenanigans. Okay, Demand Answers does put puts a Prow Catcher Specialist in play. Alright, so they've got another Restless Lackey. So that takes us down to 14. I think that's okay. We can do that. Because now we can Mana War away one of their Lava Runners. It's not ideal, but ooh, we've got a lot of momentary blinks. Got the Lava Runner back, sure. And if they have an instant or sorcery to cast, then those Lava Runners will become 2/2s. Yep, there we go. They lose a Fire Emblem form. Interesting. Alright. I think I am willing to get rid of one of these Lava Runners, because they likely don't have the same kind of reanimate that we have access to. Let's late to dinner our Mana War. Go ahead and put the Lava Runner back in their hand. I know they will just replay it, and it will be a 2/2 haste, but we can then trade with it again. But I don't know if we want to. If we kill a lackey, it forces them to use their mana this turn. Oh, they're not going to, okay. Goblin Borders, sounds good, sounds good. All right, now we're in the end game. I'm not worried about this anymore, because we can double momentary blink to stop them from doing whatever we want to stop them from doing. We'll go ahead and flicker our Mana War. They don't want us to. They have a removal spell? They don't. We'll put the borders back in their hand. See what they want to do about that. I know they can replay the borders and still get their counter on it from raid after combat, but that's after combat. Fire Rim form. First strike. No thanks. And then we will just trade. They can play their borders again. That's fine with me. They got their lackey. Yep. Late to dinner on the Mana War. Bring back Goblin Borders. That was a pretty lucky draw for us. Wish we were having a different kind of dinner in the form of lands, but this is okay. The attack, I assume they sacrifice it? They don't. They just want to get the counter on the borders. That's okay with me. 2 borders. Ooh, that's pretty dangerous. And we only have a Mole Drifter. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to attempt to do the Mole Drifter thing, because maybe we will draw a Cloud Shift. Nope, no luck. We get an Arroyo. Doesn't help us a lot. So we'll just pass the turn. I guess we're losing our Mana War. Oh, nope. That's it. Good game. Good game, Side Tech. They steal our Mana War with Price of Loyalty. Woof. Okay, that was all right. Well, that was game 7 or 8, and I think that's it for us. I think we have seen all the things that the Blink deck can do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, magic is fun. You should play more Magic.